I'm Glenn, City Bound Fishing Field Team, COAF Field Team on YouTube. And this round, yours truly just answering the mail, specifically concerning some questions concerning that Suzuki 2.5 horsepower outboard motor, which has been a really lucky find. So yours truly is really liking it. And to go in more detail to answer the mail, let's go, answer the first question. Where did we get it? I went to Porta-Bote. Found out on one of the fishing forums that I was following. I think it was a striped bass fishing forum. Someone was recommending going to Porta-Bote, who offers basically wholesale prices for the outboard. And so I went over there, kind of did a little navigating on the website, and found under accessories, outboard motors at wholesale prices. It takes you to the Suzuki outboard team, and this is actually the largest Suzuki outboard dealer for 30 horsepower and less. It was a short shaft 2.5 horsepower. So I clicked here, I could see there was two options. The longer length, I think the 20-inch, as well as the 2.5 short shaft. I needed a short shaft 15-inch for my 12-foot Jon Boat. And back then when I looked at it, it was for $765. So it's already gone up. So looks like it's not available right now. Wondering about the longer shaft one here. Yeah, it's on back order too. Wow. Anyways, I ended up getting it at Suzuki, and it was for $765 back then, and that was out the door. I didn't have to pay any shipping or freight charges. It was all included. And when I ordered it, I believe I got it on, I put the order in March 29. I ended up getting it April 5, April 5, the following Thursday. I think it was like a Friday I ordered it. The following Thursday I got it, and it came in packed and everything from UPS to the front door. Took it over to the garage and unpacked it, and made note of several things that they sent over. Let's go and show you that one real quick. In the paperwork, it included some recommendations here on some things to be out for or look out for. So let me just go over it real quick. First point to be made is, due to ethylene and many standard gas pumps, Suzuki recommends that you use a gas additive. This will help your engine stay clean and run a lot longer. STP gas treatment is the most commonly used additive and is available at most automotive stores, including Walmart. We recommend a spoonful each time you refill the gas tank. So I made note of that, and then I also noticed that, by the way, down the road from us from Buc-ee's, I can get ethanol-free gas, and so I just opted to use that option. So I haven't done the STP gas treatment, but I have been using the non-ethanol, basically the full Monty gas like we used to do back in the day. Let's see. Next item was, Suzuki Marine does not recommend synthetic oil. Standard SAE 10 weight 30 or 10 weight 40 oil is all that is necessary. So I ended up going to Walmart because it comes. It has the gear case oil for the lower unit, but you do check it just in case, and it does come without any oil, so you do need to have some oil added to it, and it's fairly easy instructions, doesn't take much, but I have a little trouble trying to figure out which oil was offered at the Walmart without the synthetic. It looks like everything's going synthetic, but luckily I did find some non-synthetic old school oil and put that in there. And then they register online with Suzuki, so it comes with a warranty. So the only thing you really have to do once you get the motor and get it started after putting your oil and doing those checks that they recommend is, for the state of Texas, I had to pay sales tax as well as get the boat registered, get the motor registered. And the good thing is they send in the form for Texas with a notary seal and signature and whatever else needed, to the point that when I went over to our Texas Parks and Wildlife boat registration and title registration over there by the Bass Pro Shops in Garland, Texas, just right down the road from there, it made it straightforward. I just gave them the paperwork, and they told me what the sales tax price would be, as well as the title registration fee. I paid with a check, and I was out the door fairly quickly too. From that standpoint, since I paid $765 for it, the sales tax was $47.81, and then to get it registered, titled, it was another $27. So $765 plus $74.81, and I had myself a motor, little 2.5 horsepower motor to put on the 12-foot Jon Boat. All right, so that's where I got it. Some of the titling requirements that you have to be careful of: all motorized vessels, regardless of length, etc. But here's the point that you have to be careful of is right here. All internal combustion, gasoline, diesel, propane, outboard motor. You do need to get it titled. What I noticed from your boat registration on my 12-foot Jon Boat, it used to have the horsepower rating way back when for your little card that you have after you register your boat. Now it just says, I think it's like gas powered or something, or outboard or something, but it does have a horsepower rating, so that makes it easier. So I just threw on the titled 2.5 horsepower on the Jon Boat and was able to take it for some runs. Which, speaking of some runs, do have a playlist that'll give you some idea of what I did to get it prepped. The big thing is you got to have to break it in 10 hours. Don't go above 1/3 throttle. There's some specific instructions, directions that they give you specifically for Suzuki. Right now I got about another 2 hours to go to run it, and then after that I can take it out pretty much wide open throttle. So far, not even going above 1/3. It's been pushing that little 12-foot Jon Boat no problem. I've been able to take it, I think I took it out one day for about an hour and a half. Didn't even have to fill the little gas tank since I was going so slow. It just was sipping gas, so I really like that. From a starting standpoint, after the first start, it's been like 1 to 2 pulls is what I've noticed. On some days, I think there was one time, I think since I've got it, took about 3 pulls, and I kind of just slipped on the starting pull cord, so that was my fault. So far I like it. Main reason I got the 2.5 horsepower Suzuki was the weight. Is 29 pounds. Didn't have to mess with an external gas tank. I've got an old 6 horsepower that weighs pretty heavy from Johnson, and I've got the gas tank also, and it just made it more of a pain to get it into the boat and get it mounted, and I don't have it on a trailer. So I wanted something a little bit easier to just mount and go, and so far I've liked it. One thing that I also noticed is just like my 6 horsepower Johnson, that when I get ready to mount it at the boat ramp, since it's not on a trailer, I just put it on the back of my little pickup, is you got to make sure that you have the transom mount tilted so the motor is in a tilted direction, and at that point you're able to just put it on the back of the Jon Boat no problem. If you don't, then it's going to be stuck there and you're going to have to get into a little bit deeper water to get away from the bottom without scraping the bottom. Or you can take your oar or some other piece of wood and pop it off the transom mount to get that angle as well. It's the same thing I did with my 6 horse. All right, other things to note about the little motor. I did get some hints from other folks online who had the motor where they mounted on a little milk crate with some simple 2x4s. I've been using that, and then I have a bucket that I use to run the motor and do things with that, as well as I got some other container that I can put it in, and it's been running. I think you'll see it in the playlist. So far I've been happy. Got 2 more hours to go, and I'll be able to run it wide open throttle. But for a little 12-foot Jon Boat, I really like it. I used to have a electric trolling motor. I think that was one of the other questions for it, and it was one of the old Minn Kota. I think it was the lowest rated one, like 8 or 16 pound thrust, and that was good for the little 12-foot Jon Boat for about 2 hours maybe, and then it'd run out of battery, and then I'd have to go take it back in or paddle back in to go do some fishing. Plus it didn't have enough oomph to get me through the water. So I like this one mainly because I don't have to mess with the gas, or correction, with the battery. Just put the gas in, and I don't have that external tank anymore. I just pour it in there and I'm good to go. I guess the only thing to watch out for is you do have to have it registered, or correction, titled here in the state of Texas. But other than that, it's been pretty much a good so far this season. So more to come. Hopefully I'll get some more videos out there of yours truly out there using the Jon Boat along with that little motor, taking us to places, maybe catching a fish or two. All right, and oh, by the way, there was another question that someone had asked about considering the numbers that I was using, I went to, I think it was Home Depot or somewhere online as well to get some boat numbers to put on there to replace. And I noticed it's fairly expensive now. I think it's like 20 bucks to get your numbers on there using the decals. So I ended up just using some vinyl electric tape and some spray, what is it, stop leak or no leak, whatever spray thing. And right now it's been holding pretty good. So I think I'll probably continue using that and just keep throwing some more. And it's simple fix, easy fix. All right, all for now. Till next time, do check out our videos. I'll put the link in the playlist on the Suzuki 2.5 horsepower outboard. All right, next time, catch y'all later. And good luck and good fishing.